Welcome to pattern making class. This is Annette Julie, and today we are working on making a facing for the back waist. And it is one way to finish your back waist. This is a basic back skirt. We pegged it a little bit down there at the hem. It has all the seam allowance, 2 back darts, and it has 1/2 inch seam allowance. So we're going to need to trim that down to 1/4 inch seam allowance. And you can do it while the darts are open or closed. So in the last video, I think I might have had them open. So in this video, I think I'll go ahead and close them. I'm going to pop some tape on there. And I'm creasing my dart leg closest to the center back and lifting it up and placing it on top of the other dart leg. Taping that closed. And we're going to reduce the seam allowance from 1/2 inch down to 1/4. 1/2 inch is for a waistband, and 1/4 inch is for a facing or lining. Made some little short lines. Let's take the hip curve. Go ahead and blend and connect those lines. Make your curve line look continuous without any breaks or points. Now we can go ahead and cut the seam allowance away as we have our darts taped closed. Get rid of that seam allowance. And we have a piece of paper that we can use to make the facing. Let's go ahead and draw a grain line. I always like to use my scraps. It's got little measurements and stuff on it here. Always using my scraps for pattern pieces. Why not? Draw a grain line. Let's see if we can line that up. With our center back extension. That looks good. Let's weight that down. And now you can trace off. Since the center back is a straight line, we don't need to trace that off. It's matching. What we need to trace off is the side seam and our waist. And that looks good. We can lift that up. And immediately you want to go ahead and draw in what kind of seam allowance you have. Here on the side seam you have 1/2. And here at the waist you have 1/4. So you want to cross your corners to show you what's going on. At the center back we have a 1 inch extension. We still have 1/4 inch here at the waist. This is our back waist facing for our skirt, our basic skirt. You would use practically the same technique for high-waisted or low-waisted. Back waist facing. This is a cut to self fabric and a cut to interfacing. Let's go ahead and add on the length that we need. And in the front, I added an additional 2 inches. So let's go ahead and add our 2 inches down from the 1/4 inch seam allowance line. So if you haven't drawn that in all the way around, go down 2 1/4 and draw a short line so we can come back and make that curve. Go ahead and blend. Now we can cut it out. That's our side seam. And this is just a single layer. This is the part that gets sewn into the waist, the smaller curve line. Let's go ahead and take a look at that back waist facing. Line it up with the skirt. And we can see it blends real nicely. And that is the end of our video. There is our back waist facing. And please subscribe. I have hundreds of videos for you to check out. This is Annette Julie. Au revoir.